It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Our spotlight is on Michael Pittman, as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Colts and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his fifth season leading this crew, coming off his third career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. The 40. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 76 yards. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. They're led out by Malik Willis, the rookie who started his college career at Auburn and finished with the Liberty Flames.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation and try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. First and 10, it's Willis. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Colts had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, and then
look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
On third down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. Now Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On second down, Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Throwing, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Drive that time of 6 plays. And the final act of the drive was the touchdown catch by Dalvin Cook. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Third down, it's Willis. Looking to stop for Woods, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble.
Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kick is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Willis. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. This is caught. It's Woods. Touchdown, Colts. Jelani Woods with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Kenewagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They got to see if they can stop a score.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 2. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Play fake. Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Cousins now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. On 1st down, Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Willis. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his punt return was only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They start the drive with Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Up the middle, it's Cook. Oh, he shifts past him. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Now Willis on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Following the interception, Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the final act of the drive was the touchdown catch by Dalvin Cook. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
Touchdown, Colts! Paris Campbell, 26 yards, as they have taken the lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. On the other side, they've had trouble stopping him not only on the ground but through the air. He's hit the century mark running the ball. He's approaching that receiving it.
I'm starting to think, Brandon, we're going to have to start judging running backs by a little bit different standard. And we know the gold standard now is 1,000 yards running the football. But I think we've got to start looking at all-purpose yards, yards from scrimmage. That's probably a better measure of what you're getting from these backs, because look at the game we're getting here. He's run it well, but overall his damage has been done catching it.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see if that will continue. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 104 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. They'll find Williams on the slant. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. As this complete to Woods. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First and 10, it's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Again to throw, Willis on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins over the middle. He's got Tyree Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Rager. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Again, it's Cousins. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch signal for it and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Well, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd. But not to get it, it's 4th down. Willis, 4th down here. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Last play of the half. Here's Willis. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. And the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Willis will look to throw on first down. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And quickly finding Rager. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Gets past one man. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have retaken a third quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. To throw again on 2nd down. Willis airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down, it's Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a...
And now here is another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. First down, here's the run with Cook. They juked him, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 195 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Cousins on first down. And that's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Third and long for Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Willis now off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call when they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts get a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Nwangu now from his end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
He's had a good third quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the third quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better. And he's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed.
Cousins throw complete there to Smith.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Throwing is Cousins. This ball complete to Rager.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. They go play action with Willis. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And going right back to Pittman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Play action, Willis. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been targeted quite a bit on this drive. And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he's got Pierce. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Willis now off play action. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference the call, and it does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Colts have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. A quick throw, but incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was a right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. A throw on the money to Rager. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Room here to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 32 yards. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Colts coming out now. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Play action. Here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he's got room. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. A give left side to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 22-yard scamper. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Willis to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The Colts on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Able to find his man, Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
On 1st down, Willis. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Willis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now the throw on 3rd down. Knocked away and incomplete.
Smart enough to avoid the taunting blow, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. 2nd and 11. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well,